Okay, we're getting ready to leave, so this entire video is probably going to be filmed on my phone, but I wanted to show you a last-minute screenshot of some of the cucumbers and also the table dainty gourds squash, because when we get back in 4 days, it's all going to look very different. Some of these might be ripe by the time that we get back. It's got flowers, so those will probably have okra by the time we get back. Also, that's what an okra flower looks like if you've never seen one. Okra flowers. The bell peppers are starting to blush. I think that one's gonna be done by the time we get back. There's some other little ones. Where are you? This one is also probably gonna be done by the time we get back. So this is a fresh cucumber that I just picked off of the vine, and this is my jar of brine that I'm using to make pickles. So this cucumber has been in here like 2 days longer than this one, which I just put in this morning. Look at the color difference. Isn't that wild? Okay, it's a couple days later, we're back from the con. I already know that there are going to be a couple of cucumbers that I need to pick up, but it looks like there are quite a few things that have been happening in the garden. So we're gonna go out and see everything that's going on. Also, I'm just gonna do this on my phone because we just got back last night. I wanna see what's going on. Everything is gonna need a lot of water, so I'm also gonna have to water everything today. Immediately, I can see that the sunflower opened. The sunflower has bloomed. I'm gonna have to water everything, but that's not my main goal right now. Right now I need to go and pick, oh geez, some of these cucumbers. So you can see the cucumbers looking really sad because it doesn't have much water. But look at that monster. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then I've also got another huge one here. This one's ready to come off. And then I'm gonna have to just water everything. And then over here, this is looking like it's getting there. I might cut that, but more importantly, look. That is Ring of Fire sunflower. Yeah, Ring of Fire sunflower. Bean plants have finally fallen over. Unfortunately, this loofah did not work out. It wasn't pollinated. There just weren't other things available. I don't know if that one was pollinated, but that one definitely wasn't. There is an open flower now. It's trying to escape into the neighbor's yard. I should probably... Okay, I'm gonna have to get a string to actually tie that so it can go across. But that is a thing I will deal with here in a bit. Over here, you can see, so the leaves on these squash are dry and need to come off. This one's getting flowers, which is good. And also, look at those. Those are probably ready to harvest, actually. That's getting all the way up there. So also, look how high on the trellis that's getting. Ooh, that one's getting pretty big too. Oops. Oh, there's a wasp's nest in there. No wonder there's so many hornets. Okay, I'll have to get that later. That is in desperate need of water. Yeah, everything at this point just desperately needs, water. Sorry, bee. So, it looks like, look at all of these tomatoes. These really need to be staked. But it looks like that one right here is starting to blush. The kale has been eaten by bugs. Look at this. This is a yard-long bean. And this one is ready to come inside. Wow. Okay. It's only been 4 days and everything looks so sad. Look at that bumblebee. It's having a great time. Really likes that okra flower. Okay, we've got one bell pepper that's starting to blush. It's kind of small, but that's fine. Everything is gonna have to get soaked. All of that cabbage has been eaten. But look at this. I am fairly certain this is good. This is done. I can actually maybe harvest that one as well. But you can see that some of these are running low on nutrients, so I'm gonna have to fertilize this bed today as well. I have a lot of work to do in this garden. The vine peach look like they're doing pretty well. That is an assassin bug, and I don't know why it's dead. Oh, look at that one though, that one's huge. Yeah, look how sad that tomato plant is. They all need water, and a lot of it. So I'm probably gonna be out here for like a good hour or so. That also needs to be retrained up the trellis. I'll do that in a sec. But this, we go around, is not a squash plant. It is definitely a pumpkin. That is straight up a pumpkin. I have a volunteer pumpkin plant. No idea what kind. I'm pretty sure I didn't even plant any pumpkin seeds. So at this point, I'm just gonna water everything, harvest a bunch of food, just do a lot of the physical work, and I will see you in a bit. There's a lot I need to do today. Watered everything in the garden. I've done a little bit of harvesting, but look, it's been 2 hours, and look how much happier all the cucumbers are. Look at that. Just like an hour, and it's already so much better. Also, if you come over here, this is our harvest. We've got 3 cucumbers, a table dainty, a handful of carrots, and 1 asparagus bean. Looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. For a weekend of being gone, that's not bad. First ripe tomato. Look. Oh, it's so nice. I look like a mess. Very good. I could have left it a little bit longer. I like yellow pear tomatoes. So at some point, Joe realized that he owns these walls. So we started a sign-in wall where people can just draw when they first come into the house. So I'm going on a trip to Washington. I'm gonna be there for about a month, but one of the things that I have to do in the garden today before I leave is to plant the sweet potatoes. And I realized that I should probably show you that process. There's an ice cream truck outside. So I actually got regular topsoil, and I'm just gonna mix it with this garden soil. I gotta mix it up. It's getting very hot, so I just threw the potato slips in. Now I'm gonna put a bunch of water and also spray this down, as well as the other beds, because the cucumbers need water. So at this point, the landscapers were just continuing to chop up my garden. They hacked up one of my watermelons before I left for Washington, which was like in the bed. I don't know how they got it. I don't know if maybe they got it and then moved it and turned it upside down, because when I found it, all of the weed whacker marks were like upside down on the ground, which makes me think that maybe they realized that they did it and then tried to hide it. But then later, when I was in Washington, they also chopped up the pumpkin. So I didn't even get the pumpkin to grow to fruition because the landscapers chopped up the side of it. My neighbor Holland, who was like helping to take care of the garden, she ended up pulling it. She also got a bunch of like little harvests and stuff while I was gone. So she got to have, you know, yellow pear tomatoes and okra and stuff, which is nice. So that, like, you know, the garden is still being used while I'm in Washington. Joe also managed to grow quite a few of the vine peaches. I was very surprised when I got back that there were just so many. So luckily that means I do have a lot of vine peach seeds now. Also, when I got back, I had to cut back most of the lemon basil because it just fully took over that metal garden bed. At this point, I've pretty much removed most of it and it's already sprouting again. I had to pull up a bunch of it. I saw someone online say that like once you grow basil in a bed, it becomes like a basil bed and you'll just have basil basically as a weed from then on, which I'm not opposed to. I welcome the basil volunteers. I grew a watermelon. Wha-bam! Look at how small it is. Sure. Let's cut it open. It smells good. The mint plant, I've been trying to cut it back so that it grows more bushy rather than tall like it has been growing. This is a sweet potato plant we had growing on our kitchen. That is a lemon tree. My pothos. It's all the way to the ground. That's what's left of the mint. The other one died. This is all lemon drop basil. And I've got some cucumbers there and some new cucumbers there. And this is all sweet potato. See, there's one growing right there. And I'm letting it grow over into this bed. These guys have gone wild. This is a random cucumber that decided to start growing in this bed. I did not plant this. And then that's sage. This kind of looks like it's starting to die back. But there's quite a few. Bushel gourd. That's doing pretty good. As good as it can considering. And then these are all the sweet potato leaves that I threw in here. And then the okra. And those are all basically wild tomatoes at this point. Yeah, there's also puffball mushrooms. And if you look here, you can actually pull this. It's a watermelon that some kind of creature tried to eat. You can see the teeth marks. And then over here, there's another one. We're gonna see how big it gets. These are all sweet potato vines. So we're back from our, oh dear. Yeah, there's something living in this bed. Hopefully it's just a frog. But anyway, I pulled up everything that was in this bed. The melon's all finished off, so the only thing that's left in this is some Thai basil. This apple tree is still alive, which is good. This is just one that I've been throwing off, like, excess stuff to compost, but some sweet potato and tomato managed to stay alive. And then this, I think, died in a frost. This is a cucumber, and that's some sage. But I wanted to show you this before I put up a fence around it to protect it from the landscapers. So all of this is just sweet potato vines, but there's something living in that bed that keeps eating the sweet potatoes, so I'm gonna pull them up. There's also okra that's been doing pretty good. I have grown 4 watermelons, but they are all the size of a softball, or like a baseball maybe. Like this is about the size of a watermelon I can grow, apparently. So I've still got work to do on that, but I've got 2 watermelons left. Okra, and then I finally tied up all of the tomato plants that were sprawling along the ground, and I now have a cherry tomato tree. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try and pull up the sweet potato vines and just see, I don't know, see if there's anything under there. I know we're going into winter, but I'm still trying to get like a last little bit of a harvest of root vegetables. I'm trying to plant some things going into winter, like radishes and chard. I don't know if it'll work, maybe they'll freeze off. Maybe it's too late in the season, but I might as well try. Also, I want to show you the Enjoy Pothos from like January. So I made a community post about this, but this is that single leaf that I stole from the dentist office in January. It's an entire Enjoy Pothos now. I've got to start trimming it at some point to like put it back in and get it to grow more bushy, but look it, this is actually, from what I've been looking online, this is apparently a slightly rare type of pothos. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's doing a fantastic job. Look at how good it is. This is like almost a year old. Yeah, apparently the growth on these is a little bit slower and a little more finicky, but I'm happy with it. And the quality of the leaves is really nice. I think I'm giving it like a very appropriate amount of light. These bottom leaves are a little bit more yellow, so I'm hoping that that just means as they grow to their fruition, they lighten up. Because that's what it kind of looks like. Like this is lighter than this one, this is lighter than this one. So if I had to guess, as the leaves get bigger, they turn more white and less yellow. Yeah, this is a beautiful plant. I'm so happy with this plant, but I do need to trim it and put it back in so that it can grow more plants and be bushier. I think the trick to growing healthy houseplants is just fertilizer. You gotta feed your plants. This is all I have for you for now. I'm gonna start uploading on this channel again now that I'm back, now that we're done traveling for the year. And even though I know we're going into winter, so there's not going to be as much plant stuff, I still have a lot of stuff I need to do in the backyard, in the garden, to prepare it for next year's garden and for like the last little bit of plants that I can get going. But yeah, there's plants that are finishing off in the garden. There's some things that I'm just starting, like radishes. So thank you for hanging out with me. Hopefully I will see you in a few days on this gardening channel. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Bye.